Here. And then we're going to move on to the presentations. I think Dr. Maitland is first. Thank you.
I just want to hand to you, handout tonight. We'll be speaking on some curricular updates.
She's going to be talking about our math K through 5. Right?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. Right.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Hello?
Yes, you're on.
I'm gonna ask, Dr. Regina Washington to join me. She is our supervisor of STEM in the district, and she worked collaboratively with, us and the teachers to identify the new programs that we're gonna be, implemented in the fall. So we're gonna discuss today, to the board, the choices that we've made. We were actually at the end of our, subscription for our current program, which was Envision. And so with that said, we needed to make a decision of whether we were going to remain with that curricular program resources, or we were going to transition to something new. After careful consideration, we decided to take a look at several different other resources, 3 of which we narrowed down to Eureka Math, Envision, the current program that we're using, and Reveal, the program that we're intending to move forward with. So if you could go to the next slide, please, thank you. And I'd like to just put up front the reason why we chose. So these are the recommendations, and these are recommendations from our teachers in every grade level from K to 12. And so they were recommending that we move to a new program resources, which is Reveal Math, for these following reasons on hands. One of the major things that we're moving towards it is because it's less memorization for our students. It's more hands-on. They have a greater bit of manipulatives that can be used and be utilized within the classroom. It provides equity and representation and language supports for our ML students in the program. One of the major things that was stressed by our teachers who made this choice in collaboration with the administrative team was that it's the easy use for teacher implementation, and not only for them, but also for to support our parents at home to assist us with that ongoing learning that's necessary with our curriculum. I handed to you a budget sheet. If you want to take a look at that sheet, that's important. There will be no added expenses for the district, if you take a look. It actually results that we will have a little less of a funding that is needed and necessary, but yet we're getting more manipulatives, as you can see in that area. So there's no additional cost to the district for moving forward with this program. I am going to have Dr. Washington to speak on the process and what was taking place throughout the entire year with the pilot.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Hello, everyone. Can you change the slide? Awesome, thank you so much. So, as Dr. Maitland mentioned, we were approaching the end of our Envision subscription. So in the winter of the 23-24 school year, we formed a math committee. The math committee was on a voluntary basis and consisted of a total of 22 kindergarten through grade 5 teachers. We had teachers who were anywhere from their 2nd year of service leading up to veteran teachers. We had teachers who serviced general education, special education, as well as our multilingual learners. So we were really able to get a wide variety of input throughout this process. Once our committee was formed, we started to look at different curricular resources. There are a ton of them out there, but we focused on EdReports. EdReports is a national recognized database, and they rank different curricular programs in math. So from that process, we started to look at about 5 or 6 different resources. Looked at meaning we had program representatives come and do presentations for us. We got samples of different resources, and we looked at different online, they gave us online access to look through them. From there, we narrowed it down to Reveal Math, as well as the 2024 copyright for the Envisions that we're currently using. Our group of pilot teachers was separated into 2 groups. Half of them piloted Reveal and half of them piloted Envisions. all of the teachers received their materials, student materials, and training by June of the 23-24 school year. So when we came back in September, the teachers hit the ground running, implementing both of the programs. Throughout this process, I had the opportunity to observe the teachers and how the students reacted to the programs that they were involved with. The teachers received some ongoing professional learning. This happened both in person as well as virtually, in group settings, and on a one-on-one basis. So there was a lot of follow-up throughout the year. By the time of about April, that's when we took our district-approved curriculum rubric and scored the programs, and that's how we came to the recommendation for Reveal Math. On the next slide, there's a few reasons why we came to the conclusion that Reveal would be the best fit for our district. So overall, the rubric, it measured our alignment and coherence with the state learning standards, support for our students and teachers, access and technology, as well as accessibility and bias to ensure that all of our students can learn from the program resources that we provide from them. So a few key findings that Reveal offered that we found that Envisions was not offering us. The first was the Be Curious routines. So our teachers that were piloting Reveal, every lesson started with Be Curious, and what they reported back to the committee was that our students had tremendous growth in talking about math because of these Be Curious routines. They gave all of our students like an entry point where they didn't feel intimidated with the math skill and they could just talk about the concept that was being taught, and then it dove a little bit deeper. But these routines for Be Curious for every lesson really helped our students. A second key thing was that there were 2 different options for lesson delivery. So every lesson has the opportunity to be delivered in a guided, which is your traditional teacher standing at the board, providing the instruction, the students are following along. And it was very helpful for a lot of students because it takes them step by step through the process. But the second option is the activity-based exploration. And this is where students were put into groups and they were given a real-world problem to solve. And then they used their math skills and learned the math skill for that lesson along the way to solve that problem. And teachers found they used both methods depending on the lesson, depending on the group of students they had. But it was really beneficial to provide the support for students, extra support in the guided as needed, and then could really challenge students with the activity-based exploration. The math replay videos. This was something that was really beneficial for our parents. So in the students' online platform, Reveal offers math replay videos, which is a replay video of the lesson for that day. So where this became helpful was when our students went home to do their homework and for their parents. Because I know even when I was in school, now the math is different, right? There's so many ways to do so many different things, and our parents want to help our students. So the math replay videos were a great way not only to reinforce for the students, but also so the parents had an idea of what the lesson was supposed to look like. So that was something that our teachers pointed out that they really liked. And then, when it was time to really put pen to paper, the achievement growth data was there from our math results. Our students who were in the Reveal pilot classes had an overall, exceeded their fall to spring math growth by close to 10% compared to the Envisions group. And again, all the groups were voluntary. We touched on every group of students. So the data, we were really happy to see that the growth was there using this program.
Thank you, Dr. Washington. She really did an awesome job with formulating committees and working with the teachers and making sure that what we are presenting tonight and to transition to for the next 5 years is what is going to be beneficial for our students. Like I said, it will be no additional cost to the district, just a different pathway of resources to support our curriculum that we have currently in place. Any questions about the Real Math K through 12? I mean, K through 5.
I don't know if you said, but, is this the K through 12 or what?
This right now, we're changing it to K through 5 because we're making a transition from Envision or current, but we already use Reveal Math for 6 through 12 in our district.
Okay, I'm sorry, this is a little bit of a dumb question, but what are manipulatives on this sheet? Like, what is that?
Those are the supplies that kids use to maybe count, to multiply, like calculators, it could be sliders, it could be,
Just like the physical
yeah,
stuff.
the
that
physical
goes
things,
on.
yes,
Okay.
the resources.
How many groups were part of? How many classes?
There were two classes per grade level per program.
Yes, thank you, did a nice job, both of yous. I just curious about, in revealed math, was the students hand chosen to take these quizzes or tests, were they picked by these people, or were you just randomly pick students?
They were in the teacher's classroom that volunteered to be the,
Like, I'm trying to
teacher.
say was, like, you didn't just take the brightest kids and say.
No,
like,
just how their classroom was randomly placed for
And,
September.
in prior years, I know this is gonna be a new start for everybody, the grade levels that came back, was rather low for the last couple of years. With this, by taking Reveal Math compared to Envision Math, basically, they're the same, like, outline, or not saying that you can guarantee, but with the outlook, but does it look better for the grade scores? Cause you didn't,
But we saw a 9.6% growth over the Envision program, using the Reveal Math classrooms.
a 96% growth?
9.6.
Oh, 9.6.
9.6. Let me be clear about that, not a 96%, 9.6. But that's still close to 10% of our students that scored better in using the Reveal Math than the current program that we have, Envision Math. So, and that was, they started in September till April, using that program all year long. And that the other group used Envision September to April, all year long. And we saw those students in Reveal Math had a 9.6 higher percentage score.
So the part that the parents use at home is through the videos. How will they play the videos at home?
We're hoping that, the younger grades, we don't take them Chromebooks, but we're hoping that they will have internet access, and encourage them to do it that way. We have extended school year, so we can have our teachers use that during, our tutoring sessions. But we're gonna encourage them any way, shape, or form. They can they bring it up on their mobile phones?
Yes.
So that it's also available on their mobile phones or
Yeah,
tablets.
so that's important for the ones that want.
I know when we got into COVID, they were providing like hotspots or something for the parents to.
Well, that would be Mrs. Birth's
Yes.
question.
Yes. They request we give, yes. We still do, they requested, they did, okay.
Okay, when it's requested, they can have a hotspot.
Any other questions?
Before we move on, I do want to share some other curricular updates of success that we've had in the district this year with the board. So I want to start with that we're going to be implementing a new AP program, African American Studies course. We're also going to be implementing a new modern chorus program that to go with our modern band. So we're instituting modern choir. Students wanted to be able to be a little bit more free on the choir to sing some more traditional songs. And that's going to support our modern band. This is very great news, and I should have started with this one because preliminary data shows that for the New Jersey Graduation Proficiency Assessment, this is the assessment that our 11th graders take that is part of the graduation requirement by the state of New Jersey. And for this year, we have seen a 18% growth in math. So 25% of our students passed on the first try this year in 11th grade. And we had 60% of our students pass their 11th grade assessment for graduation or ELA this year, 11th graders. Okay, well, 25 in math and 60 in ELA, percent of our students. 17 of our students earned the state seal of biliteracy in Spanish, Haitian Creole, and Turkish for the first time this year. One of our high schools.
Just to make that, because the board might not remember, what is the seal of biliteracy?
Okay. The New Jersey State Seal of Biliteracy is an award that is awarded to students who are proficient in both English and another language, speaking and writing. And so,
It's an
yeah,
assessment they take.
and an assessment that they take at the end of the year to be awarded that by the state of New Jersey, through the access test. So, we had 17 students that earned that seal of bilinguality. And that opens up opportunities for them, right? So they have something to present that I am bilingual in this language. We had a high school student that was awarded the Governor's STEM Scholars Award. He was chosen one of 111 of the awards that were awarded, but over 1,000 applicants were in the process, and he earned that scholarship, that Scholars Award. We had multiple students that exceeded at the science fair and was asked to go to the conference. And then once they were in the Delaware Valley Science Fair conference, was honorably mentioned. And Dr. Copeland is really proud of this because she was a science teacher and she knows exactly how hard it is to get an honorable mention in that area when you're competing against, the surrounded states, for this. And so we're really proud of our student that did that. And this was a middle schooler.
The category was
Chemistry. And this was one of our middle schoolers that accomplished that award.
And Delaware Valley is in Tri-County. It's New Jersey, Delaware, and Pennsylvania. They compete. Students that have parents that work in the industry. So you would think, an honorable mention. But to get an honorable mention with students that are competing with most abundant resources than our students is very commendable, because I participated many times and I was elated to see that one of our students, and in the area of chemistry, got the award in honorable mention, and she also had the award for, in chemistry, for competing with that category. And sometimes that category has hundreds of students participating.
Thank you for that. And I just wanted to last mention that all schools will be hosting a summer enrichment program in their building. Materials will be sent home by Friday by the building administrators to support those students who are not coming into the building for this summer, for July and over the summer. And we'll also have resources posted on the website, so please do check those out to support your students and to reduce the summer slide this summer. Thank you.
Dr. Maynard, is that gonna be sent via Creel share to the parents also?
Absolutely, that will be shared out. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Dr. Maitland, for that information. All right, now we're gonna move on to our retirees recognition. And we are going to start off with Miss Cynthia Boyd. Joy.
Joya has been with us since I should not say, but I have to say. 1994 to now, 2025. She has been at Paul W. Carlton elementary school teacher. It's great to see her here, but at the same time, I shared with all of them, I'm saddened to see her go. That experience is always the standard to train the new staff coming in, right? So she has been with us for 31 years. It's like this,
Thank you very much. Thank you. I should know this, right? I've done it a lot of times.
You have to go around.
Oh, this, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
You're modeling for
Thank
the
you.
rest of the staff.
Thank you, I will. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Congrats. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. How are you? I'm good. It's good to see you. I did a long time in the basketball court. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I will. Thank you. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. Perfect. And that's enjoyed my time here, and it was an honor. Thank you.
Retirees, you're welcome to say some words if you want to. I have to put you on the spot.
Well, I'd like to thank all of you. I thoroughly enjoyed my time here in this district, and I was honored to be a part of our community, and I'm still gonna be in our community. Yeah, so, thank you.
Next up is Ms. Cheryl Malone. Ms. Malone was at Paul W. Carlton from September 1994 to now. Same as, oh my goodness, 31 years.
With Miss Shockley.
Yeah. And she still remembers my son. That's how she knew who I was. Someone's gonna need them.
Congratulations and thank you. Great work.
Thank you, I appreciate that, thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you, appreciate that. I'm not really a speaker, but thank you, I appreciate my years I've had here, it's been great. 30 years, it's a long time. And again, Ms. Shockley, it was her first job here as well, so we were her first hirees. We figured we'd go out together, yeah.
And together, be together.
Yeah.
All right, next we have Mr. Raymond Perry. And he's not here, he was with the district. He was a maintenance worker. He was here from October 1994 to October 2024. So he also had 31 years.
I have to say that Mr. Perry did a fantastic job. He started as the custodial staff and he worked in Field Street School, but he was very diligent. He cares a lot about the district. He came at nights when he didn't want to. During COVID, I remember I went to the Field Street School and he didn't recognize who was there. So he was watching the school and he came in and surprised me. It almost killed me from a heart attack because I wasn't expecting anybody. And he was very thorough in his discussions and his caring for the district. Then he became the maintenance worker for us and he has been missed. So I appreciate his work. Thank you.
All right, next we have George Johnson. He was at the Pennsboro Middle School as a health, physical education teacher from January 1997 until June of this year. He had 29 years with us.
There you go, Johnson.
That's right. Thank you so much, thank you. Thank you. In case you reminded me, 6th grade health, right? Thank you. Yes.
Great job.
Thank you so much, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. say something, right?
Yes.
So this is my second family, pretty much. And I was having a little bite to eat and remember Harmony Street, where I first started. And two pit bulls that I remember that were very, and you guys recognize Bernie Heppenstall and John Franciscini. And they were great. And I think we had our board meeting at the high school library. But I just hope I, touched a kid or two in my 29 years, and I'm gonna miss it, but I'm also, looking forward to the other side. And I wanna thank everyone past and present for everything, and thank you so much, I appreciate it.
All right, next we have Mr. Gordon Chance. He has been with us from September of 1997 until January of 2025. He was our district mail carrier, and he has been with us for 28 years. Thank you so much.
Congratulations and happy retirement.
I hope someone else will.
He's retired. Right?
It used to be on time.
Thank you for all your hard work.
Thank you, Mr. Gordon. What I appreciate from, I used to call him Gordon, is that he always worked as a team. So there were times that his other half did and helped him, which is great. But all those years, like Dr. Malin says, we miss you. I know you have. So you were very, very responsible, very punctual, very serious on the work that he did for all the schools. So it was a pleasure. It's still a pleasure. Thanks to you.
Okay, box.
Well, sure. You want it? You're gonna have the box. You can have the box, I keep the box.
All right, next we have Patricia Filipino.
I didn't realize it was 28 years. But I did many different jobs while I was here, but the one I really liked was these past, since 2018, delivering mail, because I got to go to each school and I got to know a lot of people. So that's one thing that made my day enjoyable. I look forward to it. But now I'm gonna look forward to retirement.
I'm sorry. 1999 up until October of 2024. You were a health and physical education teacher at the Tinsboro Middle School. So you was with us for 26 years.
Good job, Pat.
What you gotta do?
I missed that.
They were colleagues at the middle school, that's why this time, if I did it, you're going to.
Great job,
Get your box.
I just wanted to thank you all. So, I did not start the traditional way. So when I came to apply for this job, I was already 40 years old. I had gone back after I raised some of my kids, and then chose to follow my career. I started and stopped and started and stopped and finished my career, and it was such a pleasure being able to have your respect that I could do that job at that age and not coming in as, you know, a young graduate. So, although I had lots of experience with lots of kids, because I coached for 25 years, and that gave me a lot of experience with all different ages. Middle school, you have to like it, and I loved it. It was such a great job to work, especially as a PE teacher. You get to see everyone every year, and as years go by, it's their brothers and sisters. It's also, you know, then you taught their parents or their aunts, uncles, etc. So it gets better all the time as you're there. So it was a great experience, and I gotta say, the coaching, if you can bring that back to the middle school, I think it helps the kids so much. I know it's not in the budget, but it is such a, they wanna come to school, they wanna stay, behave right, so to be on the team and be a participant of that sport, and it just would help a lot, the community a lot to have that, because it's just dwindling away. So I know it's not in the budget, but if it ever is possible, it would be a great justice for the middle school or that age group to get some experience.
Amen.
So, and I think the Renaissance has been my big push throughout the 20 years I've been here. I think it disappeared now since I left, but I love watching the kids who got the grades and the behavior and the attendance, and reward them every month, every marking period for 20 years, and see their faces light up when they saw their name on the board that they had made the Renaissance. And so many said, I'm gonna make it next time, Mrs. Philpott, I'm gonna make it next time. I was like, and some of them did. So they are my best joys throughout the years I've worked. So I appreciate you giving me the opportunity.
Thank you.
And next we have Cynthia Cardell. She's not here. She's been with us from August 2003 up until June of this year. She was our secretary for the Pennsboro High School. She was with us for 22 years. Next we have Miss Susan Augustin. September 2008 until June of this year. She was with us for 17 years. She was our English teacher in the Pennsboro Middle School. I know it.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. I was, so Dominique said hello. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Johnson's gonna yell at me.
I was on it, Dr. Kobe.
Johnson's going, okay, and Abner's going, oh, Jesus. I taught a lot of kids whose parents are here, and I can't say that every day was a good day, but the career has gone by. It's been 38 years since my first year teaching, second grade through college, and it's gone by in a blink. But the one thing I want to say is that if you are ever one of mine, you'll always be one of mine. So if you need me, I'm local and I'm here. Thank you.
And next we have Miss Deborah Moore. She's not here tonight, but she was with us from September of 2011 up until June of 2025 of this year. She was our security aide for Field Street School. She was with us for 14 years. Alrighty, and last but not least, Miss Deborah Anderson.
That's nurse over.
She was our school nurse for the Pennsgrove Middle School. She was with us from September 2017 up until June of this year. She was with us for 8 years, and I want to thank you.
Ms. Anderson was also selected as the county nurse of the year.
Enjoy your free time.
Thank you.
Ms. Anderson worked very diligently during COVID. She volunteered her time in the hospital, saving lives, and then came to school to do the same and train us on the practices. So I'm trying, to have her retire, but I couldn't.
I just want to say thank you very much for all the support that I've received over the years. Thank you.
I'm sorry. So can all the retirees come up so we can get a group photo for our website?
You can bring your clocks. Out of the box.
I'm following them,
Student of the long range. They force the students to do that. So as they get together to take the picture for the retirees. Yes. Hold on for the picture because the president, the vice president are gonna join the picture. They're gonna be at the end. I have to say that it's a lot of knowledge, expertise, skills that the district is going to miss. They have done a great job for the students, for themselves, for the administration, and it is a lot of, it's sad that they're leaving, but they have to continue their lives. And they have provided the new generation of teachers coming in with that expertise. So that is good, they mentor the new teachers, and that's why experience in the district is valuable. So thank you to all of them.
So I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. I know a few of you, I've seen some of you when I came to like games or something at the middle school but I'm pretty sure y'all have my kids because they definitely went through this school. But I want to say thank you again, for your time, and hopefully you touch one of my kids because, they turning out to be some pretty decent kids. So, I want to thank you guys, but if you, want to stay, you are more than welcome, but you can go if you choose to. You're welcome. Enjoy your retirement.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
No, I
Yep,
can't.
absolutely.
Congratulations, Mr. Chair. Got you two over.
All right, and this of the session is going to be open for public discussion. The members of the public who wish to speak, I just ask you to sign in to my right, your left. Speak your name when you come up to the mic, for anybody that wants to speak. And just remember the 3 minutes that you have, to participate for the moment during your speech. Can I get a motion to open up for public? All right, anybody from the public wish to speak?
Hi, my name is Leonella Smith. It's been a while since I've been here. Life getting away from me. But I just have a quick question. Earlier this year, Governor Murphy announced funding cuts related to school infrastructure projects. Could you clarify which specific areas of funding were impacted for our district and what planned or potential projects may have been delayed or affected as a result? That's all.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Good evening, Greg Martin, 12 North Cedarwood. I come, they left, but, great, meeting so far. Nice seeing all the teachers that's retired. It's nice, but it also is a little bit sad because you're losing a lot of talent. But I'm coming, I came on this before, and I'm asking the board to really look at your, high school sports hall of fame. I don't know what you call it, policy. If you would take notice, of other towns that's local to us and nearby, they put more than one person in a year. And the reason why and I did a lot of research on this. The reason why they do it is because most of them has been ran so poorly over the years that it'll never catch up. And, we actually have people that should be in the Sports Hall of Fame from right in our own town that's from the 60s. Because when you put one in a year, it just gets so far behind that people will pass away before they get their just due. And the Sports Hall of Fame might not mean much to some people, but it's really a morale booster for this town. And I spoke on this before. It shouldn't be and or. Every year people get nominated and it's people up against people that both of them deserve to get in, but because someone may be a point ahead of somebody else, the other person don't get in. Most of you know Mr. Tom Mason, who gave many, many years to this school district. I don't know if you know his accomplishments, but for him to keep getting looked over every year like this, instead of just putting, like Pennsville does, 4 or 5 people in at one time, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I'm asking the board to really reconsider looking at that policy. I actually was on the Sports Hall of Fame here at one time, because I don't get along with your athletic director, that I wasn't on it. Well, me and Mr. Kashner, who was the former athletic director, we was doing a lot of work when it came to this and trying to get it on track. A lot of schools actually even put teams in. I don't know if you know, like the teams from the 60s, Miss Smith probably knows because her brother was on the team, but they were like undefeated for like 3 years. So a lot of schools, how they handle that is they just put a team in. It brings a lot of morale to your school district. It brings a lot of positivity to your school district. And I think we should really look at that policy and stop putting one person against the other. If you put 4 or 5 people in a year, somehow it might catch up and then people will still be living before they get put in. You know, that's all I got. I appreciate if you consider that. Thank you.
Thank you, Fred. Anybody else?
Hi, Hens Grove, Harney's Point. Association president. I wanted to speak because of everyone that was here that retired. I always feel like, oh, I wish I was able to speak when they were here. They dedicated their lives to our students, and that's the biggest part. Mr. Chance, I want to especially say something too. As an ESP, he made very little money, but he acted like he made $1 million because he dedicated and made sure when he would come into the schools, he made you feel important. The nurse here, another ESP, she gave her life during COVID to make sure we were all safe. She was part with Mr. Schmidt, making sure all those numbers came out when there was COVIDs in the school. Her and the other nurse in our Lafayette. But the teachers here, they impacted all the kids. They might have had a class, but as we know, Miss Alstock being one that was a teacher here, you impact the building because you're a team, and we all work together like brothers and sisters. They've made a difference in this district, and my hope is that the people behind them that are still working see what they've done so they can strive to stay here in this district. We have a lot of things that we offer, but we also have each other. Mr. Mason, as Mr. Martin said, he was one of our members. He was a teacher. What a better thing than all of us to support, to make sure somebody that dedicated his career not only in the classroom, but also to our athletes. Ms. Filippella spoke eloquently about the middle school and what the program done for our middle school kids. Athletes inspire other people, might not want to be athletes, but they see winning teams, and they also see team members, just like we are. We're all together, and that's the biggest thing. When we're looking at somebody for the Hall of Fame, he is one of us. He's one of you. He was here when you were. Ms. Smith was here, and Dr. Kobian. That means something. And it means something to us as members to see somebody represent us that may be in the future. So that is something I think Mr. Martin is very right. We need to have people. We need more than one. But Tom Mason definitely should be one of them that we make sure gets in. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? All right, can I get a motion to close? Thank you. All right. So we're going to move on to
Before we move on, I would like to, the funding, Leonela, you asked about that. I don't believe this year, at least, we receive any cuts in the funding. We have not gotten the numbers yet for title funds, the federal funds. But thus far, we receive less amount. Remember now, the funding is based on enrollment. That's why I'm always advocating for the perception of the district, because S2 now is done. So many of the district, and ESSER funding is also done. That federal fund that came, we no longer have. So the districts are gonna receive the funding based on the number of students they have. It's not based on anything else. And this year, we were blessed to have the funding, so thus far we're not cutting any, and that's why I'm looking at Dr. Mela and Dr. Booth, because we get the IDEA, we get the title funds, and Mr. Distratis. So next year might be a different story, but for this year, they have not been. We have been one of the very few districts that are able now to hire, you will see that on the agenda, to replace vacancies. And we continue then also improving our facilities and expanding the pre-K. So I didn't want to close without talking about that. And I will be looking, Mr. Martin, in your suggestion, you're talking about the Athletic Hall of Fame. I will looking into that suggestion, be open. We never thought about honoring more than one person. So that might be a good idea, because when you put it in that perspective, that a person might not be here, I do agree with that, so thank you for that suggestion.
Thank you.
That's it? All right,
You're welcome.
so now we're gonna go to the approval of the minutes.
So moved.
Thank you, Ms. Vicky. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you. Is the reports, added into with that, or just the? Yes, I wanna do both. Approval of the minutes and the, reports for the,
I'll make that friendly amendment.
thank you, Ms. Vicky.
I'll second that friendly amendment.
Thank you. All right, roll call,
All in
please.
favor on that?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed or abstentions?
All right. We're going to education 1 through 16. Yep, it's education 1 through 16. Thank you, Ms. Vicky. Can I get a second? Thank you. All right. Any questions on education 1 through 16?
Yeah, I got a question.
Okay.
Number 5, how many teachers is that gonna be for that 180,000? Do we have how many teachers for that?
3.
3, okay.
Remember that is for those, the agreement is for those, ESL teachers, bilingual teachers, Spanish teacher in this case, were languages that we are unable to find, and we still posting and advertising, but that's what we still have, and it has reduced the number. We have 2, yes, we used to have 5, now we have found 2, so we still have 3 spots to complete.
Thank you.
Any other questions? All right, roll call, please.
Ms. Alstock?
Yes.
Mr. Ashcraft?
Yes.
Ms. Raisin?
Yes, so 1 through 16 except 15, that's Kinsella, and then those abstain.
Okay. Mr. Simmons?
Yes.
Ms. D. Smith?
Yay.
Mr. Stefanski?
Abstain on 15 as to C. Kinsella and Colburn, and abstain on 16 in regards to Luke.
Mr. Ty?
Yes on everything, abstain on number 15, which, Consilia and Mendoza.
All right, Ms. Turner?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, policy, we have 1 for policy. Thank you, Ms. Vicky. Thank you. Any questions on policy? All right, roll call, please.
Ms. Alstock?
Yes.
Mr. Ashcraft?
Yes.
Ms. Raisin?
Yes.
Mr. Simmons?
Yes.
Ms. D. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Stefanski?
Yes.
Mr. Ty?
Yes.
Ms. Turner?
Yes.
Motion
Thank
carries.
you. All right, and we have finance and facilities 1 through 13.
So moved.
Thank you, Ms. Vicky. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Vicky. Any questions on finance and facilities?
Yes. That is, 4 checks that I wrote. They're all going for, Mr. Cameron Baines, Tajana Shorter, and Andrew McFarland, all for the same amount, $4,962. Can you tell me what these checks are for?
Tuition reimbursement.
Tuition reimbursement? All right.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Ms. Alstock?
Yes.
Mr. Ashcraft?
Yes.
Ms. Raisin?
Yes.
Mr. Simmons?
Yes.
Ms. D. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Stefanski?
Yes.
Mr. Ty?
Yes.
Ms. Turner?
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, and we have personnel 1 through 61. Thank you, Ms. Vicky. Thank you, Ms. Smith. Any questions on personnel 1 through 61?
Yes.
Okay.
On personnel 6, 7, and 8, we're, Morgan Frank, Melissa Ramos, and Danielle Morales for the general food worker service. Somebody explain why they're leaving. like just,
If it's personnel, then it's gotta be an executive.
it's gotta be what?
An executive is personnel.
What, in the back? I was asked, I thought it was all right.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Southside?
Yes.
Mr. Ashcraft?
Yes.
Mr. Raisel?
Yes.
Mr. Simmons?
Yes.
Mr. B. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Stefanski?
Yes.
Yes.
Ty? Mr. Turner?
Yes. All right. Do we have any new business? We do? Oh, yeah. I left that there, though. We do have new business. Okay.
Mr. Ben Griffith, along with Mr. Mendoza and Dr. Maylan, have done a great job as part of the Gifted and Talented program. They have written a grant where they have received money to beautify, so they can use it as they wish. So Mr. Ben Griffith with Mr. Mendoza, along with Dr. Maylan, have been coordinated with Penns Grove and Carneys Point to plant trees, right? Planting trees, we found the obstacle that it's not gonna happen now, it has to wait until the fall, so it's successful, because these trees are costly. Nonetheless, it's going to happen, so we have received a letter from Carneys Point, where they are acknowledging the successful partnership that they have with the school district, and to that end, they're gonna have a small tree planting ceremony. They're gonna honor the students and Mr. Griffith. That will be June 28th at 9 in the morning at Don's Park. So they're inviting all of us. I appreciate Carneys Point sending a letter to us and to Madam President to invite all of us for that ceremony. Thank you.
I have new
Thank
business.
you. Any other new business? Okay.
I'm good. You want it?
Yeah.
I'll just piggyback on what Greg, because I was expecting Greg to be here, me and talk earlier when we met out at a public place. And me and my wife Amy touched on it. It was about the way the Hall of Fame, not just the sports, but the academic end of it is. And it's like, I went to Gateway, I know West Stafford, they put in every year 3, 4, 5 people at a time. And by the time we even get caught off doing one athlete and one person for scholars, it's unheard of today, 2025. And like Greg was saying, I believe Gateway put a whole team in for the basketball. And it's like, I think we need to revamp it, like put everybody together on the same page. And I think next year we have a little bit better outcome. All right, my next new business is, we had a very nice outing Sunday. It was supposed to be scheduled for Saturday for an FOP for Penns Grove Police and Wawa. They put up pretzels, sodas and all. They raffled off over 30 fishing rods. It was a little fishing tournament for all the little kids, all the little guys. And it was a good time out, 75 to 100 people. It was nice seeing the community come together without no BS, everybody getting along. It was nice. And it's nice seeing that. Said all the negativity around town and all the other stuff that goes along with it. But one thing I will touch on, and it's really sad, and I'm not just making it up, that excite people. We have a really nice little downtown center coming about. Wawa is close to pulling out. When they have that much shrinkage in a week, $7,000 to $10,000 of shrinkage, and Wawa's not a company to mess around. Go look at it for a while. And how I know, because Joe, my son, before Joe became an area manager, a general manager for his store, he was a troubleshooter for Wawa's. He was down Bridgeton, one of the worst Wawa's. They had state police there, 24/7. And I know we can't do it right now with our police force because they're stretched thin. But we were all talking about, me, the officers, and Chucky Woggle, and we're talking about yesterday. If we can't do something now, and we can put a hot nut out there with the middle school, with the high school, before these kids get out, and I witnessed it for the first time. It was Wednesday. I come pulling up in the car. It was like 2:15, and in a way, Wawa's their own worst enemy, because Wawa gives out free big ass cups of ice, and the kids go in, they get the ice. No, it's a book.
You can't curse.
What's that?
You curse.
Yeah, well, but anyway, yeah, the big cups, and they come in, and they don't deny them. Joe said they had the guts. Hey, buddy, your ice machine it isn't working out here today. Can we come behind the counter and get some ice? And that's, they don't buy nothing, but here, when they're coming out, and it's just, it's the high school, and it's not the little guys, and it's not just boys, it's girls, it's the whole, it's a mess. And before, we worked so hard, everybody was bragging, taking pictures of the community, the Wawa, the McDonald's and all. Before we lose it, I think everybody should step in and try to do something. And it could start if you put a word in the high school administrative, Mr. Mendoza and his people. Summer's here, and it's, you know what I mean? It'd be a shame to lose Wawa. All right.
All right, any other new business?
More so a comment on the tree planting. If they get any more grants for planting any more trees, the park on Delaware Ave by the river, that's a park that could use a few more trees too.
The grants depend on what the team decides to do it. So this time they put planting trees, so, cause they're expensive. But that's a good suggestion, thank you.
Hey, it cleans the air, right?
CO2.
Yep. All right, no more new business? Did anybody go to any events? I know.
I wanna thank the people that came out to, the East Coast tournament. My ex-principal was there, we had teachers there, we had custodians there helping, we had a lot of people there. And they were making money for the kids, for the high school, for them, for their classes to have trips.
Oh, cool.
And they worked really hard, they were there at like 8 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock at night. And for some of them, they were 7 o'clock in the morning and at night. And the ones that volunteered to come during the week to set it up too.
I'd like to give out a shout out to Mr. Mendoza in the middle school. They had their teen dance over the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
That was a complete success. Everybody, it was a good time for everybody. No BS. They acted like nice young adults.
Yes. That's good.
I'd like to say, last year's Hall of Fame, Brenda Nicholas is being featured in a documentary. It will be shown, Sunday afternoon in Delaware, but they were our last year's Hall of Fame, recipient. She was, along with her husband. There's been a documentary about them, so anybody would like to I can give you the information after the meeting.
Okay. Thank you.
And this year's Hall of Fame was in the academic department was Mr. Roy Swan. If anybody get a chance to Google his bio, you'll be very much impressed. He handles billions of dollars, not millions, but billions of dollars, and Pennsgrove graduate.
Yes.
Thank you. All right. All right, can I get a motion to close?
So moved.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. All in favor?